was my wife. You Wookiee sack of.
We all know about the Hollywood legend Harrison Ford. This man is like a cultural museum, having performed roles that have influenced almost 70% of all men in one way or another. His iconic roles include Han Solo, Indiana Jones, and now, he hits us again with the role of the Red Hulk. Ford has lived a life as thrilling off-screen as on-screen, yet he has always kept his personal life under wraps, never discussing his romances. Maybe it's old age, or maybe he just can't bear to keep it a secret any longer. Now, at 82, he has finally shared details about his previous marriages and confessed the truth about his current marriage, leaving many people shocked. What is the truth? Why is he revealing this now? Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out. We all love knowing the little details about our favorite celebrities. Today, we get updates on their lives in an instant, but that wasn't the case in the past. People would go to great lengths for just a small peek into a celebrity's life, sometimes waiting 6 months for a single update. For Harrison Ford, it was even worse. He was extremely private, never letting anyone know what he was up to. Fans only got a glimpse of him as Han Solo when his movies hit cinemas, and after that, he was practically a ghost. But today, we are here to give you an all-you-can-eat buffet of Harrison Ford's life. And if we're being honest, this man is not what you think he is. Get ready to be blown away by the shocking and secret life of Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford was born on July 13, 1942, in Chicago, Illinois. He grew up in a family connected to the entertainment industry. His mother, Dorothy, was an Ashkenazi Jewish radio actress, while his father, John William Christopher Ford, was an Irish Catholic actor turned advertising executive. You might think that having parents from different religious backgrounds caused conflicts, but that wasn't the case. They worked hard to give him a proper upbringing, though it may have been a bit too strict. When asked about his religious background, he didn't say Jewish or Catholic, he replied with a sassy Democrat. This revealed his liberal worldview rather than strict religious observance. Many assume Ford must have been a rebellious kid, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, he was an active Boy Scout, reaching the rank of Life Scout. It is believed that his experience as a Boy Scout later influenced his portrayal of young Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He also worked as a camp counselor, where he developed a deep passion for the outdoors and animals. During high school at Maine East High School, Ford became popular, not for his looks or style, but for his rugged voice. His voice was the first ever broadcast on the school's new radio station, and he also became the school's first sportscaster. This marked his first step into the entertainment world. His passion for performing arts blossomed at Ripon College in Wisconsin, where he majored in philosophy and joined the Sigma Nu fraternity. Despite being involved in various activities, Ford was still shy. To overcome stage fright, he took a drama course in his senior year. To his surprise, he discovered a passion for acting. Without hesitation, he signed up for summer stock theater with the Belfry Players in Wisconsin in 1964. It was then that he decided to pursue acting full-time and moved to Los Angeles. Ford's Hollywood career began with a small deal through Columbia Pictures' talent program. His first credited role was a silent bellhop in Dead Heat on a Merry-Go-Round, 1966. It's hard to believe that such a legendary actor faced biases early in his career. A producer even compared him unfavorably to Tony Curtis, criticizing his work. But Ford wasn't one to back down. He confidently responded, "A good actor could play a bellboy." His rebellion allegedly led to the cancellation of his contract. Most people would have felt their world collapse, but not Ford. He remained unfazed, knowing his worth. He continued taking on supporting roles in films such as Journey to Shiloh, 1968, Getting Straight, 1970, and American Graffiti, 1973. Fun fact, while filming American Graffiti, he met his soon-to-be benefactor, George Lucas. For those who don't know, George Lucas is the director who changed Ford's career forever. In 1977, Lucas pulled Ford from obscurity and cast him as Han Solo in Star Wars. His portrayal of the roguish, smooth-talking smuggler made Han Solo a cult icon. Many believe that, as a fan favorite from the original trilogy, he was one of the key reasons Star Wars became such a die-hard franchise. Ford's rise to superstardom began when he entered the big leagues, setting the stage for his legendary career. This success paved the way for another iconic character, Indiana Jones, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Directed by Steven Spielberg, the film featured Ford in a role that would become one of his most beloved. But did he stop there? No, he did not. Beyond these blockbusters, Ford built a diverse career, starring in Blade Runner, 1982, The Fugitive, 1993, and Witness, 1985, the last of which earned him an Academy Award nomination. However, the film that truly made him a household name was Star Wars. His most legendary role remains Han Solo, a character he portrayed in 4 sequels over 40 years, solidifying his place in pop culture history. Ford's stardom skyrocketed further with Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he played Indiana Jones, the daring archaeologist. Much like Han Solo, Indiana Jones became a cultural icon, leading Ford to star in 4 more films in the franchise. Outside of these major roles, he portrayed Rick Deckard in Blade Runner, 1982, and later reprised the role in Blade Runner 2049, 2017. One common challenge actors face is getting typecast in a specific genre. Ford, however, never let that limit him. He embraced diverse roles, even venturing into television with the Western series 1923 and the Apple TV Plus comedy Shrinking. Despite being a legendary actor, Ford remains a private person. But beyond his film career, he is also a licensed pilot who performs emergency rescues in Wyoming. As an environmentalist, he has served as vice chair of Conservation International since 1991. Before becoming a Hollywood legend, Ford was just a young man from Illinois with a high school sweetheart. His love life has been eventful, filled with heartbreaks and lasting romances. One of the most significant relationships in his life was with Mary Marquardt. A chef and illustrator, Mary was Ford's high school sweetheart who stood by him during his early struggles in Hollywood. They married in 1964 and had 2 sons, Ben, born in 1966, and Willard, born in 1969. While Ford's acting career took off, Mary pursued a successful culinary path. However, his sudden rise to fame after Star Wars, 1977, complicated their marriage. Rumors suggest they divorced in 1979 after Mary discovered Ford's alleged affair with a certain co-star. Some fans jokingly say that Han Solo accepting such an invitation would have been inevitable. Regardless, the couple co-parented their children, who later became successful restaurateurs and businessmen. Though Ford rarely discusses his personal life, he once mentioned that his rumored affair with Princess Leia wasn't the main reason for his divorce, implying that their marriage had been struggling for some time. Heartbroken, he eventually found love again, but not without controversy. Some believe his next serious relationship played a role in his first divorce. Melissa Matheson, a screenwriter, met Ford on the set of Apocalypse Now, 1976, where he had a supporting role. Their relationship reportedly blossomed during filming, despite Ford still being married to Mary. Melissa, who later wrote E.T. the Extraterrestrial, 1982, officially started dating Ford in 1982. They married in 1983 in a simple ceremony in Santa Monica, reflecting their down-to-earth personalities. Melissa wore a plain white dress, while Ford looked effortlessly stylish in casual attire. Their relationship was a beautiful mix of romance and simplicity, leading to the birth of their 2 children, Malcolm, 1987, and Georgia, 1990. While Melissa's screenwriting career flourished, Ford's rising fame reportedly affected their marriage. Eventually, they decided to part ways, and their divorce became one of the most expensive in Hollywood history. Filed for divorce in 2001, it took 3 years to finalize due to the lack of a prenuptial agreement. Melissa received an $85 million settlement, which included a portion of Harrison's future earnings from films like Indiana Jones and The Fugitive. The main reason for the divorce is unknown, but rumors spread that it was due to Harrison's affair with actress Lara Flynn Boyle. They were seen together on several occasions, including a romantic carriage ride in New York City and sharing a booth at a nightclub. After these two divorces, Ford finally met the special someone who would change his life, the one he actually calls the love of his life. Who is it? Just wait and find out. Before we dive into the wholesome and vanilla love life of Ford, it's time to reveal that our boy is not that innocent. Ford had a few more intimate and spicy interactions that he has kept a low profile on. Who were they? Let's get to know them. First, we need to confirm something: the sexual tension between Han Solo and the hard-to-get Princess Leia wasn't just for the screen. The princess, who only confessed when Han's life was in danger, was quick to get down to doing the nasty when they were off-screen. Carrie Fisher detailed this in her memoir, The Princess Diarist, revealing that she and Ford had a 3-month affair during the filming of Star Wars in 1977. Fisher was 19, while Ford was 33, and married with 2 children. Their over-the-top hunger for each other, along with their attachments and fantasies, quickly faded when reality hit them hard. Han and Leia were rebels during the week, but Carrie and Harrison were lovers on weekends. Although she fell deeply in love with Ford and hoped he would leave his wife, the affair was short-lived. They shared one last night together before the final days of filming, and their romance ended without anyone knowing. Ford later broke up with his wife, but he and Fisher never reunited. Fisher spoke openly about the affair in her later years, while Ford, as usual, never said a word. After all of this, and after going through enough, Harrison Ford locked eyes with someone special. The love story of Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart took off, becoming a fairy tale romance with enough unexpected turns to rival an Indiana Jones adventure. Their journey began in 2002 at the Golden Globes, where a spontaneous wine spill led to awkwardness and complications between them. Despite their 22-year age gap, their relationship endured, with Flockhart insisting it was never an issue. After all, Ford is still out there flying planes and doing his own stunts. Who has time to count birthdays? She even finds his messy morning look cute, which is possibly the strongest proof of love, considering most people resemble a chihuahua before coffee. After dating for 8 years, Ford and Flockhart decided to finally get married in 2010. In true Ford fashion, they did it with minimal fuss and maximum secrecy. Their wedding took place in New Mexico while Ford was busy filming Cowboys and Aliens. Who officiated the ceremony? None other than their friend Bill Richardson, the governor at the time. Because when you're Harrison Ford, even your wedding has government backing. The guest list was as exclusive as a secret spy mission, with only Richardson's wife, an advisor, and their son, Liam, in attendance. Not even director Jon Favreau knew about it until much later, which is probably why he gifted Ford a fondue set. The decision to keep it low-key wasn't about playing it cool, it was about staying true to their private love story. Ford's role as a father figure to Flockhart's adopted son, Liam, has been anything but ordinary. Imagine growing up with Han Solo as your dad. Ford first met Liam when he was just 6 months old, and by 2010, he made it official by adopting him. Although he entered fatherhood at an older age, Ford embraced the experience wholeheartedly. He has spoken about the unexpected joy of parenting later in life, proving that even action heroes can handle diaper duties. Their adorable bond is a testament to Ford's commitment to family. But will he be able to handle the tantrums once Liam becomes a teenager? We hope the answer is yes. One defining trait of Ford and Flockhart's relationship is her support of his flying obsession. Although she was initially wary of aviation, over time, Ford's passion grew on her. Flying eventually became a family activity, with their son also catching the aviation bug. In 2015, however, their love for flying faced a serious test. Ford's vintage World War II plane crash-landed on a Los Angeles golf course due to mechanical failure. The crash left him with multiple injuries, including a broken pelvis. Miraculously, he recovered, and Flockhart remained completely supportive of his love for flying. She even went as far as saying, "People joke that Flockhart might be interested in the insurance money, but who are we to judge? After going through it all, she never wavered in her support. Though she may have gently suggested they take up a safer shared hobby, despite that fright having occurred, Ford is still all about flying. Flockhart completely stands by him because she understands just how much it means to him. Their relationship has always centered around respecting one another and honoring what makes each of them different. Throughout the years, they've appeared at numerous events, demonstrating just how close they are. At the Cannes Film Festival, Ford, by the way, he's 80 now, was seen looking at Flockhart with such love that fans took it as a definite sign from God to start making edits on Instagram. We often hear about people breaking up, but Flockhart and Ford's romance has no expiration date. Ford himself has admitted that romantic love is one of the most rewarding kinds of love, and he's the perfect example that it's never too late to find it. From surprise fatherhood to a secret wedding, Ford and Flockhart have built a lasting relationship that laughs in the face of Hollywood cliches. They're a living example of how love can show up in the most unexpected ways, whether it's through spilled wine or after waking up looking like a chihuahua. Defying all norms, they did not even pay the slightest attention to their 22-year age gap. With that much age difference between them, Ford technically had a head start in life. Did they let these differences get to them? Nah, not at all. Rather, they've shown that true love isn't about being the same, it's about embracing each other's weirdness, whether it's an obsession with flying or tolerating the morning version of Harrison Ford. Not only that, but their red carpet moments typically showcase their chemistry. A standout moment was at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival, where Ford waited for his standing ovation for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny while Flockhart sat behind him. You all want to know his response? He smiled at her, not just any smile, though. At the film's Los Angeles premiere, he took a moment to thank her in public, saying, "My life has been enabled by my lovely wife. You've given my life purpose and meaning." Harrison Ford is still working harder than most people half his age, probably because retirement just sounds too boring for Indiana Jones. Recently, he dusted off his fedora to reprise his iconic role, took a detour into the Wild West in 1923, and even jumped into comedy with Shrinking. Because when needed, even action heroes can learn to laugh at themselves. Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart's relationship isn't just built on love, it's also powered by a shared passion for doing good. As a devoted environmentalist, Ford has been fighting for conservation almost as long as he's been dodging boulders, and Flockhart has been right there beside him. Because a couple who saves the world together stays together.